Today we're going to make an exercise block on OnShape. You need to follow along with me and complete the stages as we go. I'll put stops in the video to help, but you can rewind the video and stop it as much as you need to complete the work. After you've completed this, you will have some others that you will need to complete by yourself. This is the block we're making today. It uses most of the basic tools that we will use to make projects, and is a good way to get you guys up to speed on the program. The easiest way to copy a drawing onto OnShape is to have a printed version out on the table, so you can refer to it for measurements and whatnot. For projects, you would have a basic hand-drawn sketch out with you, so you could get these measurements. I have two screens, one good one and one cheap fella I picked up on the Facebook Marketplace, and I usually have an image of whatever I'm drawing on one screen, and I do the drawing on the other one. Alright, let's get started. First of all, you need to go to OnShape, and then you need to sign in. We want to create a new document. We name it something logical so when we come back to it, we know what it is. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is have a look at our block. Alright, we can see that it is 130mm by 60mm. First thing we need to do is come over here to Sketch. Sketch is where we're going to start drawing things on a 2D plane. Once we click Sketch, we need to choose which plane we're going to be using. I'm going to be using top. Now what we're going to do is go over to the rectangle tool and choose center point rectangle. That means that when we click in the center here, the rectangle comes out from that center square. Doesn't matter how big you make it at this stage, just make a rectangle. What you need to do now is grab the dimension tool here and click on the side. Drag it up. This is where we can type in our 130 and it just automatically turns it into 130mm wide. We want to click on this side here, drag that out, and we want to make that 60mm. And there we have it. We have our first square. We push the big green tick, and we have our square. To turn it into a 3D object, we need to hit the extrude tool, which is over here. We click on the surface we want to extrude, and then we go over here and tell it how tall we want it to be. Now, this is 45mm high, so we can type in 45 and hit enter. Then hit big tick. And now we have a cube. Need to turn off perspective. Okay, we have this cube. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw on our cubey bits on the top panel here. So we choose Sketch again, click on the top of our box, and begin sketching. Now, I'm going to use the corner rectangle tool and go from the corner out like this. I'm going to have one over here as well. And there's one over here somewhere. And one over here. Now, you can see that these are all random measurements. Alright, I didn't really bother trying to get these perfect size. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come off here and use my measurement tool again. And then set them all to what they're meant to be. Okay, and to set the distance between them here, I can also put that in there like that. Actually, it shouldn't be like that. Right, made a mistake. Undo. What you want to do is you want to check that one and that one go up here, and that's supposed to be 60mm wide. And we want to do the same thing down here. Now we have our 4 cubes. Okay, so I made a little mistake in Sketch 2. I needed to have a line going from here down to here. To edit the sketch, I double click on this sketch thing in this little feature menu over here. So now all the bits and pieces of Sketch 2 pop back up again. What I needed to do is put a line in here to complete this plus shape here. Now I can hit extrude and hit on that. Now these things are supposed to be 20mm tall. So if I hit 20, that's going to add this plus sign up. I don't want that. I want it to go down into it. So I hit this remove button and that takes it away. Now I have that shape there. Nice and easy. Next thing, we need to make a little trench going through this section here. So I'm going to hit sketch again. I'm going to draw on that surface. I'm going to make sure I'm in line. And I'm going to use this straight line tool to make these lines here. You see how I still got this line here? If I don't want that anymore, I click on the tool again. And we're going to extrude it again. We're going to click on that one. We're going to make it go down 5 mil. We're going to set it to remove. And push that. So now we have that little trench. So that's that side done. Now we need to start on this rounded edge here. So we're going to hit that side there. That's where I want to do my drawing. I'm going to use this tool here. And then just draw a straight line across there. And then that's it. I'm going to use the extrude tool. I want this to be only 10 mil high. And so this whole thing is 45 mil high. So if I type in 35, we're going to have a 10 mil thing left. Now the next step is we're going to put in this curved bit here. So what we need to do is we need to go to sketch again, click on where we're going to be drawing. So the first thing we need to do is make this round bit here. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the line tool first and make ourselves a line going back this way. And we want that line to be 30 mil. Because our radius is 30 mil, we want that line to be 30 mil long. We're going to do the same thing down here. Now that we got those two lines there, we can use this 3-point arc. So we can choose that point there, and then that point there. And that'll give us a perfect 30 mil radius arc here. And then we just extrude that and that. Remove. Click. And look at this. Such a nice little circle here. Wonderful. Wonderful job. Good job, everyone. Now, next one. We want to have the circle. Circle goes in here. And then we drill it out. So we're going to use this tool here again. We're going to come to the end of that arc and just go straight down. And then we're going to use the center point circle. And that should just go like that. Get the dimension tool here, click on the circle, come out here, and this is a diameter, not a radius. So on the drawing, I've got 22 diameter with that little circle with a line through it symbol. That means diameter. So then we draw that. And now what we can do is if we get rid of that tool, we can get rid of that line. And now we have a circle in the right spot. End our sketch. And then we extrude that circle. We want to remove it. Boom. Now we have a hole going through our job. Wonderful.
Nice.
Now, last thing we need to do is put in a little fillet in here. In the drawing, we can see it has a radius of 10. Now, if we go to the fillet tool, which is this one here, we want to fillet that line there. We want to put the radius of 10. Boom. Radius of 10. Big tick. And that's it. It's done.